Are you afraid to die?
Who isn't? Yeah, I am.
4 weeks ago, CityNews introduced you to Amir Farsoud. He was applying for medically assisted dying, not because he couldn't live with his debilitating back pain, but because he was afraid he was about to become homeless and couldn't survive any longer on Ontario disability support payments. Farsoud thought he would be dead by today, but as you're about to see, so much has changed.
You are a different person.
I'm a different person. The first time we spoke, I'd wake up every morning and I had nothing but darkness and misery and stress and hopelessness and all that. And now I've got all the opposites of those things.
After our CityNews story aired, Amir Farsoud was overwhelmed by all the people who reached out to offer help. Then this GoFundMe page, set up by a stranger named Effie, took off, raising a little over $60,000 from people around the world in a matter of days. It was closed because he worried it was becoming too much money to be able to stay on ODSP.
If the story hadn't piqued your interest, if you hadn't come here to do it, and then people, including Effie, hadn't seen it, I'd be dead. I'm going to look into the camera and say, thank you, Effie, whether you like it or not. Thank you. Please don't cut that part out.
But Farsoud's joy is tinged with guilt. He knows other people with disabilities on ODSP are still living in poverty and have to survive on $1,200 a month for food, rent, and all other necessities.
500,000 other Ontarians didn't win that lottery.
After paying off debts and loans from friends, Farsoud has $40,000 left, which doesn't disqualify him from support payments. He says he will use it to supplement ODSP by $800 a month. He hopes when it runs out in about 4 years, he'll be in affordable housing. For now, he can stay in his rooming house. It's no longer listed for sale.
It's like, you see in the movies, the death row inmate that at the last second, gets the reprieve, and it kind of feels like that.
Because of his agonizing back injury, Farsoud qualifies for MAID. He has physical suffering due to disability that cannot be relieved. One doctor signed off on his application. He needed one more before proceeding. He's put that application away. But after seeing his story, many took issue about the ethics of applying for MAID due to poverty.
A lot of people are concerned that some may be applying for MAID for the wrong reason.
The people who would be using it are people that society has deemed throwaways. And if society can't be bothered to give them the dignity in life, then the very least they can do is give them that 5 minutes of dignity before death.
Farsoud once considered himself a throwaway.
You have vegetables.
Yes, I do, and blueberries and celery.
But now he has hope, which makes his back pain bearable.
It's amazing what an act of kindness can do.
Isn't it? It really is. And yeah, I wouldn't have thought it possible. The kindness, the humanity, the compassion that I saw in the last month and a half, I didn't think it existed anymore. But it does.
Farsoud expects he will use MAID one day when his back pain worsens and he just can't take the pain anymore. But he thinks that day is many, many years away.